What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. In this video, we're continuing our macrotracker series, and I want to go through and fix some of the issues in the app that pertain to some of the issues that came up last time around. So if we run the app, and you guys see I'm printing the response from chatgpt because I initially assumed that the issue was, well, I guess I'm gonna brag a little bit, but my assumption was that chatgpt couldn't recognize it was a function call that was supposed to be made. So what I did is I printed this, and typically you'd probably want to put a breakpoint here. So what happened? So now I'm gonna do an example. So let's say we want to add a car. Let's say you ate a car. This is the response that we get. Oh, and this time around we get this. So this wouldn't crash. A brand new car. Let's try that. Scroll down. There we go. Now we get this. The data couldn't. Now we really get an error. And here we go. This is the response that ChatGPT gave us. And this is why sometimes you'll run into an error if you've been playing around with this. Because in this message, there isn't a function call. Because if we go back to our response models, you see we have choices, which is this. And let me make this bigger. There we go. So we have choices, which is here, and that's there. We have message, which is here as well. And then in our response message, we have this, which is not, we have function call, which is not showing up here, right? Because the function call is actually optional. So we can add optional here. And now we got to figure out how we want to display the error handling for this. How are we going to do our error handling? So we're going to do that in our OpenAI service. And you see here that this is now optional. So we should put optional here. And this becomes an optional then. And we'll have to create a custom error. So let's do enum OpenAI error, conform to error. And what are our cases? So the first case is no function call. The second case is right here if we're unable to decode our string. So let's say unable to convert string into data. Because if you guys remember, this is a string, but it's a string of a JSON. And what we're doing here is we're converting that JSON into data, and then we're decoding it so we can have access to it. And now what we can do is for this, what we can call OpenAI error dot this. And we need another guard let function call equal results. We can just copy this actually. Paste that in here. Else we can throw OpenAI error, no function call. Hit Command B. And I believe we can now reference this function call here. Dot arguments. We get rid of this. And you could wrap this in the same guardlet, but then we're going to have an issue because we're going to throw this error when sometimes we did have a function call. We just had a random issue with converting that string into data, which I believe would be an issue from ChatGPT because this is the string that they're giving us. So that means that it would be an internal issue on their end. Don't quote me on that though, but I'm pretty certain that's what the only thing that would cause this. I'm going to cut this and put it in the top. Where should we put this? Put this up here. We can keep it inside the OpenAI service. Since nothing outside will need access. Actually, never mind. We will have to put it outside because we are going to access this outside of here. All right, so now we're handling that. So if we run our app, what are we going to eat now? A shoebox. All right, let's see. 100 shoeboxes. How about now? That's the weird part. Sometimes it does. I guess shoe boxes maybe are food. What's something that's clearly not a food item? A rock. But this is a brand new shoe from Nike. I can't get the error to happen now. What the hell? Last time around it happened with 2 burritos. Will it happen again this time? No. This is awkward. It's not working. Well, not that it's not working, but ChatGPT is not throwing us an error. Let's see. What's an inanimate? A microphone. An iPhone 15. Shout out to whoever bought that. We're not even able to see if this is working. All right, let's do gibberish actually. Well, gibberish should probably. There we go. All right, this operation couldn't be completed and we were thrown an error. Which operation? So this is good. I'm gonna delete this, and now we see this error is being thrown. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go to this caller. All right, so that print is from here. This is where the error is being caught. And what I want to do in here is I want to do if let OpenAI error equal error as OpenAI error. So if this is the case, we're going to want to switch on the OpenAI error. And then else we can just print, and this is not real error handling. We can print this and unable to convert string into data. And this one, what we want to do is we want to create a dot item. So I'm going to close this, put that in here. I'm actually not sure if, I'm actually not a dot item, a dot alert, sorry. It'll be interesting to see what, and actually I think you want message in here. Yeah, we want this one. Oops. Now we need to create a state var. We can make this one private, called show alert. Set it equal to false. And then we need to bind this to here, action. I believe this needs to be a view, so we just say text, okay. And I believe this needs to be text as well. Please make sure you enter a valid food item. And try again. Or we can say we were unable to verify. We were unable to, what should we call this? We were unable to calculate the food item. Please make sure you enter a valid food item and try again. Show alert equal to true. Hit Command R, and let's see. Let's try to make this fail. Haha, oops, we were unable to verify the food. Please make sure. There we go. And if you wanted to do like multiple error handling, what you could do is you could have a string, like you could copy this, paste it in there, call like alert message, and you can have this. You could set like a default. There was an issue. This is a default one, and you can set it in here where you'll be like you'll say alert message blah blah blah, and then you can copy this and then put it in here, and also put it in here, and just enter whatever string aka message you want to be shown. But we're not doing that. That's just something for you to try out. And one thing I want to do is I want to remove this and put it in here. Let's make this a private func. Send food item Or we can call, what do we call it in our OpenAI service? I'm basically just want to extrapolate. Send, oh, there we go. Send item to GPT. We will say chatgpt, and we paste that in here. And then we can say send item to chatgpt. You could probably put food item, but all right, let's see. Save macro, error handling. We got this done, so that gets rid of the error. All right, the last thing I want to quickly do is in our macro view, if we refresh, actually not even in the macro view, in the, actually it should work in here. So if we run the preview, when you hit plus, this sheet pops up. I want to put a little X here. So to do that, we will need to go to the add macro view. And we need to right click on this and embed it in a Z stack. Make the alignment on this top, trailing. Get rid of all of this. Hit Command B. Well, this caused an issue. Let's see what happened. Oh, I see. Huh. So let's put this in a Z stack. Oh, Z stack. There we go. And then we will just put the button right here. Actually, let's try this one. Title will be dismiss. I believe this is not shown. Image, we go to the plus here, and I think it's like circle dot. There should be something for like X. Well, it's like X. Oh, look, they have an Xbox logo. This one. Action. And now we'll need to bring in another environment variable. This time dismiss, var dismiss, and we will say dismiss this equal to true. Actually, wait, you don't set this equal. You just say dot. Actually, you don't even say dot. You can just call this function. Oh, I forgot to put an alignment on this. I'm just gonna write this because I don't trust the completion right now. Top trailing. And it looks like we don't want this then. And we want this to be a bit bigger. Let's see if we add padding. What does that do? Moves it down there. I think at least some trailing padding should be good though. Frame. Let's try that. That's too much padding. There we go. This, yeah, we can use the font to change this. I think let's try title 2. What the heck? Title 2. I think title might be the best. Foreground style. Dot primary. How does this look? Dark. Looks good. Let's look at this in our preview here now. Boom. Looks cool. I would want it a little higher. How could we do that? I think if we add some padding at the top here, Maybe add like 24. And it's up to you. If you could have it on the same line, or I think a little bit higher looks better. One quick thing I want to do is I want to extract this out into the models folder. I believe this was called daily macro. Swift file, call it daily macro. There we go. You probably get some indexing errors, but you close that and then you should be good to go. And what I'm focusing on in this video is the getting today's calories. I mean, not calories, but today's macro information. If you guys see here, this belongs to our macro header view. And we still have mock data here, which I'm gonna change it all to 0. All right, if you see, we have this binding here. And that's because I think originally I wanted to do that function call here where I would be fetching the daily macros. But I think the best way might be to actually just do it here in our macro view, because we already are going to have access to each daily macro. So let's create the function down here. Let's call this, we'll make it a private func, fetch today's macros. And something I'm interested in is in our daily macros, will we have info for today? So let's run this. So this is October 17th, and there is macro information here. So what we can do is fetch daily macro. So after we fetch it, we can say daily macros dot filter, and we're gonna filter where the date, and we're gonna have to use calendar again. Calendar dot current dot start of day. This is my new favorite way of comparing dates, because you could convert them into a string, but you could also just use this. So for dot now, so today, and I mean we're using filter here, but believe we could use daily macros dot first where, yeah, we could use this one. And I believe they should, in worst case, they should be the same efficiency wise, meaning that if our element is at the end of the array, then we'll have to go through all of it, because using this, you're guaranteed to go through all of it. So actually, this might be the best one to use. And actually, one thing I just realized right now is, so this array is going to be sorted. So we can say, we can call this first day, and we were not even going to use this, because we can say daily macros dot first, and we can say if let, or you could use a guard let. In here, I'm going to use an if let. So if let first day equals this, and now we can do a comparison. Current start of day for first day equals copying this, pasting it in here, hit dot now. Oh, what's going on? Oh. There we go. We can hide the preview actually. So if let first day equals daily macros dot first dot date. This is really good, because now we aren't doing we're not gonna have to loop through the daily macros, which can get expensive if you're doing that in a big ass array. But in our case, we're just gonna grab the first one, since this array should already be sorted, and we're gonna check if it is today. And if it is today, we will need this first day macro. copy this, and we need to just call date here. There we go, because we need access to this. So, because basically what we're going to be doing is this. Actually, not even this, because we can just say self dot. I don't even think we need self. We can just say carbs equals first. Carbs, fats equal first day dot fats. And we will say proteins equal first day protein. Hit Command B. And we can test this. Well, first we have to call this function. Sometimes we forget, sometimes you forget. All right, so we should call this every time we are changing our function. So we could call it here. This is kind of personal preference, because you are calling it twice, right? But you could nest it in here. But then this function would be doing two things. So let's just call them individually so we kind of know what the hell is going on. And now if we run this, we'll see if it works. And it is working, because this is 85 and this 85, 30, 30, 20, 20. There we go. Shout out to you for watching this. And that's it for this video. Not too long, not too long. Just wanted to get that out the way. And our app is coming along. I think we got one video left. Maybe I'll make it longer. Let me know. Let me know if you want to see something added. But yeah, this is what we got so far. Well, I'll probably in the next video, I'm probably gonna be making some changes here into this UI. Probably make this bigger and change this time here, because this time is not really doing anything. It's not really doing anything. So I'll probably just put the year here. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the series, following along, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.